Hello, I'm Pete Smith, and I've studied consciousness for 30 years. Only from the inside out can you do consciousness, hence you need your own experiences. I started as a spiritual hypnotherapist and later became a consciousness facilitator and explorer. My life experiences have affected what I provide. I find meeting myself in different universes powerful. After exploring other timelines, I've shared a lot of knowledge with those versions of myself. The life between lifetimes work I've specialized in for over 20 years has allowed me to meet my soul, comprehend my mission for this incarnation, and see my soul's genealogy. What themes have I reproduced throughout my lifetimes on Earth and in other worlds and dimensions? We have amazing experiences in various places because we are multidimensional. One that shaped me as a child was waking up as a boy and floating above my house. My first out-of-body experience showed me the trampoline in the backyard and the leaves on the roof, making me want to explore more. It started young for me and grew over time. That was my first time leaving my body and realizing consciousness is not contained within it. Consciousness can explore outside the body. So that makes you question where our consciousness can go. Where does it go if it can escape the body? It does what? So what does it examine when we sleep? I experienced a spiritual experience years ago when I made a decision. I had to select whether to work in corporate or consciousness. I often wondered what might have occurred if I'd stayed in corporate life. I remember exploring various dimensions and meeting different versions of ourselves. In one reality, I had stayed in corporate life and had a heart attack on a train to work because I wasn't living my mission. My heart was destroyed energetically and literally on the train that day, and my body gave in and I fell down, ending that chronology. Others tried to revive me. I observed worried folks. I died in that timeline. Stayed with my body. I saw my children at my burial, and it confirmed that leaving my old life for this new one was the right choice. From my experiences, my life and viewpoint have altered, and I now see myself as quite different. Once a normal person, now I perceive Pete's body as a camouflage for a higher awareness. Pete is my disguise, but these events have made me more than that when I look in the mirror. They've changed my perception of the universe and made me realize that we're all more than we think. That broadened perspective helps you recognize meaning and purpose in things you didn't previously. Maybe it frees us from social conditioning. It frees us from some of our limitations and gives us a fresh sense of energy and enthusiasm to achieve our purpose because we recognize there is a higher purpose for us being here. At the Michael Newton Institute, Dr. Michael Newton studied 7,000 examples of between-life work where people traverse between their incarnations and found commonalities in how we plan each life before we come. We challenge ourselves. Through free will, we respond to a general infrastructure of existence, and his 7,000 cases have been recreated tenfold by Michael Newton Institute members in 40 nations and 20 languages. We're finding that 70,000 cases suggest we arrange our life before we arrive. That's a substantial proof that we arrange our lives before we arrive. Sometimes we challenge people or make contracts. We may incarnate into a culture or country to experience it. I believe life is planned and we do our best with it. Sometimes we pick hard lives, sometimes simple ones. However, difficult lives may present obstacles. Let's imagine we chose a life full with anxiety, experience most of it in childhood, and then live with anxiety. We may guide a client to realize that childhood trauma can lead to trauma in subsequent incarnations. As we clear this pattern of anxiety, we may learn that it is the consequence of many lives of distress. Bringing it into this life helps us comprehend that there may be a wider picture of the soul's genealogy. Some chose difficult lives for other reasons, but one thing is common. We select them. People who live hard desire to learn faster. They're usually brave. They want to grasp all human feelings, which takes courage. I tell anyone listening that if you've had a hard life, your soul has wonderful learnings and courage and love. Remember that our spirit chose us among 8 billion alternatives on Earth. What beautiful unconditional love. Your soul will carry you through. I think most people find that comforting. If we chose an easier life, we may need to rest since we've experienced tougher ones. It could suggest that just living on Earth in human bodies is difficult enough for some. Many people live on less dense worlds and dimensions, making them simpler than this one. Sometimes just being here takes guts. That's sometimes enough, because we need to experience the human condition from all angles to learn more. Folks who've had easy lives may have had challenging ones. When life ends, I feel like a lot of the times are predestined. We may have chosen a shorter or longer existence. Often clients tell me they know they'll leave early when they're in that deep and profound mood. I believe in accidents and free will points that abandon us. I know we have choice in near-death experiences. We can opt to return from a light tunnel. I spoke to someone today about that. They went down the tunnel and stated they'd return to finish the job. I think even death has some free will. Sometimes I suppose we're meant to go at a given time. I guess things don't always go as planned since the universe is full of surprises. Over the years, clients have told me I wasn't supposed to leave yet, but I did. I think there's some flexibility when we return to the spiritual realm. I've seen customers with lifelong echo patterns. Quantum labor is beautiful because we can move beyond of time and space and free other lives. We can release a client beyond this body and lifetime by shifting an entire theme from their soul lineage. Working with clients outside of time and space allows us to use this body as a bridge to prior incarnations, soul lineages, and spiritual memories. We can achieve more with this. But I've found that patterns are evolving in humanity's collective consciousness that release us. We influence history by shifting energy from another lifetime, since the trauma is no longer visible in the collective consciousness. I believe that people are clearing ancestral lines, past life experiences that echo into this one, and a collective unconscious as part of a global awakening that allows humanity to transcend to a different state of being. I believe we are evolving. I see traces of a new consciousness emerging everywhere, but basically more and more individuals are unhappy with who they are and researching who they think or feel they are. Past life, interlife, quantum field, and ancestral line work are all part of their practice. Many people are seeking meaning through energy or spiritual practices. The large increase in people doing that suggests that something is happening in the collective that is inspiring them to look further. Different things are happening worldwide. Old political, financial, medical, and educational systems crumble. Long-standing systems can no longer handle the growing vibration humanity is sending into them. These systems are deteriorating, so I think we will replace them with more progressive, fair, consciousness-based systems that are founded on consciousness rather than materialism, and the world will be a better place. In scientific, energy, and healing circles, consciousness is a hot topic. I view the cosmos as energy, frequency, and vibration, and consciousness is a generalized awareness of who we are. Everything is energy-based, and different frequencies give different chances. I think people's vibrations are shifting. Imagine the universe's energy infrastructure as the seafloor and the ocean as consciousness. This incredible ocean sits on this energy infrastructure and brings it to life through all of the sea life, vegetation, rocks, and other things in the ocean. Our awareness is like the sea creatures, and they travel through that ocean of consciousness to have experiences. We share a general energy infrastructure. We bring that energy to life through consciousness, and we make our experiences from this cosmos our own. The concept of consciousness has never been explained to me. We've been taught that we're three-dimensional physical individuals who are born, educated, may or may not have children, live, and die. All for what? The point is to learn at levels we don't grasp. When we realize we are here for a brief time, powered by our soul to have encounters that bring learning and experiences across dimensions and sectors, we gain soul-level wisdom from each lifetime. Our spirit is like a library, and our lifetime is like a book. Without soul, you wouldn't need books. The soul would be incomplete without the literature. I think this is about gathering wisdom, like lining up our lifetime's books on a shelf in our souls. That soul building library becomes a place of wisdom. I think that's what our soul is, a collection of experiences that shape it and raise our consciousness in all areas. I see many signs that old systems are dying and new ones are needed. Many ancient predictions regarding the age of Aquarius, the end of days, and the 2012 Mayan calendar indicate that this is a time of enormous change. We see conflict, unrest, and turmoil around us. War is a government function, not a people function, because people have had enough. I think people are saying no. When people say no, society changes. The French Revolution, the Renaissance, and all of these huge cultural transformations have occurred as we opened new corridors or rejected the old world. I think that's happening everywhere, and 2024 will see a lot of it. My clients often say they've incarnated on Earth because of the changes and want to be part of them. Some of them have come from far places to join the changes we're having. I think this year will be a tremendous year of change, and I welcome it since the old world holds us back. We can advance humanity beyond our wildest dreams by changing the world. I think we can change our vibration in life. It starts with surrendering society's 3D culture and awakening to a higher consciousness that enhances our vibration. Simple things like nature, clean eating, kindness, and connecting with like-minded individuals can improve our vibration. The frequency of love is high. Our vibration changes when we exhibit love, kindness, and gratitude at higher frequencies. As the vibration represents our state of being, the echoes represent our feelings. Free will lets us pick our emotions. Wake up and decide. Will it be a good or horrible day? Simple as that. Choice is ours. I chose happiness today. I chose happiness. Anything blocking the route needs to be investigated. If you wake up miserable, there's a reason. You can comprehend, transcend, and learn from that. Even lower vibrations can teach us and free us to vibrate higher. However, setting a goal to be at the highest vibration, we can improve the planet and resonates with our loved ones. Without specifying frequencies, I believe music uplifts and downlifts. Listening to bright music that inspires and raises us is nice. If music makes you feel melancholy or depressed, it's usually not good for you. I know singing raises people's vibrations. We raise our vibration when we sing songs that inspire and uplift us. Great sources of inspiration and happiness. Life improves when we chose music wisely. Are we simulated? The question. Shakespeare said the world is a drama and we are performers, and I think he was right, even hundreds of years ago. I see each birth as a learning experience before returning to spirit. That may be considered simulation. People stated The Matrix was a documentary rather than a fictitious film, and that connected with me. I feel we are in a large learning school, learning a lot, and can help others. Collective free will lets us change this world, or simulation. Different theories exist, such as simulation theory. I believe that this 3D world is transient, and that we are meant for something greater. Consider it a large learning school that we may adjust at will, not a simulation. The universe is vast. I suppose this planet is a hard school in the cosmos. Well, I'm somewhat in agreement with simulation. I believe we learn and may improve our souls by loving others and being grateful. All of those frequencies I discussed earlier. I think we improve the world by looking at those frequencies. I think this is about us being one huge learning school and what we'll study together and where we'll take the classroom. As I define God, I see that word, which means so many things to so many individuals, as having tremendous religious overtones. I think a lot of religious activity began out pure, but many have corrupted it throughout the years to dominate people or gain power. I think if I replace God with the universe or all areas, we all have a divine spark. The vast and small are the same in holographics, and we are an echo of the divine in human form. This is within us. Spirituality and religion are very different to me. Religion is more about following artificial, man-implemented norms, but I see spirituality as a search for truth, and much of that search happens inside to bring us experiences that help us understand ourselves. The two are distinct to me. Religion can teach good life lessons, but spirituality is a personal journey fueled by the soul. If we look at religion and spirituality and then bring science into the discourse, I think science was meant to explore. I know there are various ways to support science study that seeks a specific outcome to justify something. Not science, but business. I suppose many organizations do that worldwide, but real science explores. Quantum physics is my favorite science since it asks questions they don't know the solutions to. Some quantum scientists argue you don't grasp quantum physics if you understand it. When they talk about other dimensions, other worlds, and the idea that this is not who we are, I prefer quantum physics because it has stayed pure in its exploration. Quantum physics is divided. Some believe in string theory, others in a classical paradigm. They don't always agree, but their conversation leads to more exploration because no one knows everything. I think science is on the correct track if we can investigate it. I guess Einstein claimed creativity pushes us beyond science's limits. I believe that if we conduct too much research with our heads, we can overlook our hearts, which are the great explorers of the cosmos. We usually get it right if our hearts lead and our heads follow. To prepare for what is to come, I can only advise people to stay in their hearts. Recognize that your soul has placed you here for a reason, that you have a part to play, and not get caught up in an old world that will pass away. To not fear change, embrace it, and see the potential because humanity is awakening. There will be hard times when we collapse old systems and construct new ones, but I know it will be worth it since we won't reach our potential under the old systems. Old systems intentionally limit our potential. New systems that understand we are multidimensional spiritual beings enjoying a human existence, with potential for energy things beyond our imagination and gifts we have yet to find. All of these new things will need to be embraced by the new systems for mankind to evolve. First, thank you for listening and helping humanity change. You may not think you have a role in that, but your presence in these times suggests you do. Stay strong, stay calm, let the changes happen, and aid others who may be trapped in old world worries that are starting to disappear. That's fine, but come here, find your purpose, serve others. I appreciate your presence since you're part of the change. That's my message to the public. I would tell a younger me it's okay. Your life will have meaning and purpose. Not to worry, just follow the energy and listen to the signals, and all will be okay.